So I came up with a game for us. I'm going to call it walk, strike out, or hit by pitch. I've been teammates with you on 3 things that I'm going to give you here. We were teammates in baseball. We were Call of Duty teammates. We played Mario Super Strikers as teammates.
This one's good. Like,
I don't know.
is it better to strike you out or hit you by a pitch?
What up, peeps? I'm Jim. Welcome to the Having a Catch podcast, the show where we have a catch and chat with friends. Today, I'm having a catch with my favorite college lefty, Vinny Voorhees. Vin, how the heck are you, dude?
I'm doing all right, Jim. How are you?
Good.
Ooh,
oh, boy.
Man.
I was real nervous throwing that one to you.
Man, I haven't seen a baseball.
Here we go. Let's get out of the way. Yes, sir. So I ask everybody this first question, and I'm pretty confident I know your answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. Do you say have a catch or play catch?
So, obviously, I've seen the other episodes now.
Yeah.
So I've been in deep thought. You know. I don't know why, because it's obviously you're having a catch.
Right.
You know. But I think I can give way a little bit for, like, the context of it. Like,
yeah.
If it's like my 2-year-old son, like, I'm like, hey, you want to go play catch?
Play, yeah.
You know, because that's what we're doing. We're playing. But, like, if you're on a baseball team and you're going down the right field line to go get warmed up, like, you're going to have a catch. You're not playing catch at
yes.
that point.
See, I'll accept that, but that's not what I thought you were going to say. Because I thought you were going to say, we're going to just go throw.
Oh, yeah, no.
Knowing you, you'd be like, yo, we're not doing any of that have or play stuff. We're throwing.
Yeah, there is that.
That's what the cool kids would say.
But, I mean,
if you said throw, I was going to be like, no, answer the question, dude.
Nah, I mean, I think it's when you play with guys that are down south too.
Yeah.
They say playing.
Do they?
Yeah, let's go play catch.
Huh.
So I've had my fair share of arguments on summer ball teams of how that's wrong.
Yeah.
And, you know, that goes on obviously for hours because nobody's backing down.
Right.
So, but ultimately I'm right.
Yeah. I agree. We're right. Our area of the country is right when we say that.
Yeah. Of course.
So I introduced you as my favorite college lefty.
Yep.
We played high school together.
Yes, we did.
But you went to, I think, Bloomsburg, right?
Correct. And
you pitched. You're probably the best player New Hope's ever had as a baseball player in high school, right?
Yeah.
But the last time I saw you was when I heckled the shit out of you in a game against Westchester. You were pitching against Westchester, and I was in the stand just like, Vin, you suck. I love you, Vin. I love you. Like the whole time.
What year was that?
I don't know. I must have been a freshman or a sophomore. I must have been a sophomore year last year, I guess. But I talked to you after the game, after you pitched.
Okay, yeah.
I was just being a real pain in the ass, as I am.
Were you there with Rice Cakes? Was he there?
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't. Well, no, I don't think he was there. Here's the thing about Ricey. He was a year older than me. And when I went to Westchester as a freshman, I was like, hey, I'm coming to Westchester. He's like, awesome. Let me know what dorm you're in. And I told him what dorm I'm in. He's like, oh, that's my dorm I'm in too. What floor are you? I was like, 4th floor, whatever. He's like, get out of here. I'm on the 4th floor. He's like, what room are you? I was like, this number. He's like, dude, we're freaking next door neighbors. Me and Ricey were neighbors, but I don't think he went to that game. So I don't know. I just remember being there heckling you a lot.
Were you in the dorms for multiple years though?
Yeah, I was in there for 3 years.
Okay.
Because most of my friends were a year younger than me. Like, because I had a hard time adjusting as a freshman to college.
Yeah.
I didn't drink. Like, I didn't do any of that partying stuff. I wish I did in hindsight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't do any of that. So I had a hard time with college life. But my sophomore year, I was, like, more prepared for, you know, in being in that world.
Yeah.
So I met a lot of my friends, and they were a year younger, and they wanted to do the dorms 2 years. And by then, that was my 3rd year. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember, because it's in the PSAC you play Friday, Saturday, I think it is, or Saturday, Sunday, I forget. But you play double headers. And then you alternate years of, like, so if we played Westchester my junior year, which would have been your freshman year,
Yeah.
it would have been Friday home for us at Bloomsburg. Next day's on the road, you go to
Gotcha.
Westchester. And then that alternates every other year. Who gets what?
Yeah.
But I went from pitching on Friday, my freshman through junior year, to pitching Saturday on my senior year. So I would have been at Westchester both years pitching.
Gotcha.
So I don't remember exactly what year.
It was definitely a Saturday. So you must have been a senior and I must have been a sophomore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the year they won the Division II national championship.
Westchester. Joey Wendle, was he there? Did you face Joey Wendle?
I faced Joey Wendle all 4 years. So Joey Wendle, show up my freshman year, playing Westchester, the best team in the league. I'm like, I know that name, man. But I don't recognize anybody.
Yeah.
I played with Wendell on, I think it was the Warthogs we were called for a summer ball.
Okay.
Dude, he had to be the tiniest guy on the field. He was like a second baseman. He
Right.
was like 4 inches shorter than everybody else at like 16.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm seeing him at, random college that I had no idea he was on.
Yeah.
And I put it together like who he is, and then we were talking. He's like 6'4" or 6'3", whatever he is now, and he hit 8 or 9, I think, in that lineup that year.
The first time you faced him?
Yeah, our freshman year, he hit 8 or 9 in that lineup. That's how good that lineup was, because he was still good.
Yeah.
And then my freshman year, or no, maybe it was my junior year, your freshman year, when I've been pitching there again.
Yeah.
He was like the best hitter on the team, obviously. And he came up in a situation where like he could knock in the go-ahead run, so I was being very careful pitching around him.
Yeah.
Dude, I bounced the ball in the other batter's box and hit it up the middle for a single at the end of the game. And then my buddies on the team were like, "Why'd you pitch to him?" I'm like, "I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. Like that was as close to an intentional walk as you can get without, throwing 4 straight balls way out of the ballpark." Obviously he goes on to get drafted and did his thing. I think he just recently got released, but
right. Yeah, he's been all over, but
he was an all-star one year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
dude, play at Division II, I guess, and go pro is not, I guess it's not totally uncommon.
It's not totally uncommon, but you got to be you're the cream of the crop in Division II at that point.
Right.
You're up there, because even when I saw him, probably the game you would have been at when I was pitching.
Yeah.
We were shooting the shit a little bit on Saturday before the game. And so we had played Friday, and he came up to me and we were talking. He was like, "Yo, I saw your numbers against righties or something that year." And he was like, "So take it easy on us in the next game." I'm like, "Me? Dude, you hit 3 home runs yesterday. You almost hit for the home run cycle. Like the only thing you were missing was like a 2-run shot or something. Everything else you hit." I'm like, "Me? What are you talking about?"
I didn't even think about when I asked you to have a catch that you faced Joey Wendle. So just kind of chatting about it. I was like, "Oh shit, you probably faced him then."
All 4 years, man.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, I wasn't gonna let the junior year repeat.
Yeah.
So I think we were in a tight ball game. So I just hit him in the hip. I just put a fastball right on his hip and just.
You're like, there you go. Yeah. Go to first.
Because I wasn't scared of anybody else on that lineup at that time.
Yeah.
My junior year, they had some other hitters and stuff. So I was like, it's still a tough out, but I'll pitch to him. But his senior year, I'm like, I'm not scared of anybody else on this lineup.
Right.
So I'll just let him have the base and deal with whatever comes up after that.
So we played in high school together.
Yep.
And I want to know, did you have Schramm all 4 years, or you didn't have him your freshman year?
Yeah, I had him for 3 years.
Yeah. So I asked Tim this, but this is reverse for you. I asked him, what was it like having Schramm for 3 years and then not having Schramm? So the reverse for you is, what was it like not having Schramm and then having him for 3 years?
Yeah. So the first coach we had was Shields or something, I think it was.
Yeah.
That guy must have been 75 and just clueless, lost in the sauce like I've never seen before in my life. He was big on playing his seniors, which whatever, no big deal, but that doesn't make you better than anybody else.
Right,
That doesn't win you games.
Yeah.
So he was clueless, and it just was not even fun. I think I maybe had 3 at bats my freshman year. I'm a pitcher, not a big hitter. looking back on it, like, does it really matter? But
Yeah.
at the time, I wanted to win, and we
Right.
stunk. Like, we were next level bad, dude. You're letting these other guys run out there; they're not hitting either.
Right.
At least.
And your grade was Azar, you, Paul. Do we have somebody that you guys were like the big three? I remember at the time.
Yeah, that was the big three coming through.
Yeah. And like you guys are all freaking good.
Yeah.
All good. Like I imagine you were like I had heard about you, but I didn't play on any teams with you. I know you played with like Tom and Kyle and like Nikki and Dylan Kelly and all them growing up, who are my grade, but I didn't play with you.
Yeah.
But I knew who you were because your left golden arm that you got here.
Yeah, and it was probably a rare occurrence that I played with Tom and Kyle. It was probably like they got called up or something.
Yeah.
Because being 2 years younger, like.
Especially then.
Yeah, so you would have been like just barely filling in. So it's only going to be one or two guys at any given point.
But everybody kind of knew who you were, so you probably should have been. Were you pitching at least as a freshman?
Oh, he rode my coattails as a pitcher. No, he had no shame in that.
Really?
No shame in that. And we had another kid, a senior, Nate. You probably didn't know him because I was a freshman at that point. Big dude. I mean, he must have been like 6'3" or something and built well, which is like not your typical New Hope athlete.
Right.
He could have easily went on to play college baseball, but like he was so defeated from that coach, he had no desire.
Damn.
Ran him into the ground pitching. I pitched a lot my freshman year, probably more than I should have.
Right.
And kind of as everybody says, like when you're in the moment, it's like you're just doing it.
15 years old, you're
just trying to win ball games and stuff like. But then you go to Shrem and it's like, it's fun again. He's a good attitude.
Yeah.
He makes it fun, but there's still structure involved around it, and it's fun when you win.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You ever have fun on a losing team?
No.
And if you did, it would have been a lot more fun if you were winning.
Yeah.
That team would have been 10 times more fun if you're winning.
Exactly. And I guess we were on the team that won districts for the first time, right?
We won the league districts.
Yeah.
Because Azar always talked about getting that LDS tattoo, league district states. But we lost. We lost in the second round of states or whatever it was.
I think it was first. It was first round.
It was first round because I pitched in the district game, then Kyle pitched in states.
Yeah. And I was in left field.
Okay, yeah.
Paul tells us all the time, and when I have him on here, he'll be saying he's very mad that because Shane started in center that game instead of me, and all the balls went to center field. But I remember Shram saying he put me in right because you were pitching, and he thought everyone was going to be late, so they would hit the ball to me in right field, but they hit the ball to center field, and he just ball over his head. He was lackadaisical on some. People took extra bases. Yeah. I remember that.
Because I didn't pitch that game.
You did pitch that game. So
in states?
Yeah, you did. We won districts. That was when Mayorelli trucked the catcher at home. You remember that? And then everybody ran out of the dugout. Paul started that game, I think. I was on the bench, so I was watching the game. You know what I mean?
Shows how good my memory is. Because I thought I pitched in the district championship.
No, I don't think so.
And then we went to state.
Because we played at that Quakertown field. And that was when those guys got thrown out of the game. But like almost everybody on our team could have got thrown out because we came out of the dugout. But yeah, I don't think you pitched that game. You pitched the first round of states. That was your last high school game, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we would have lost, it definitely would have been.
Yeah. Which is a shame because that was probably the best team that we had.
Yeah.
That was a really good team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key is like when you have like 3 core guys coming up.
Yeah.
Like it brings up, like Tierra was on that team.
Right.
Now, granted, we're talking New Hope baseball, so it's not like
no.
You get what you get kind of
thing.
So, Tierra could play a little bit.
Yeah.
Which was like
he was fast.
Which was like so good for New Hope.
Yes.
But like if your other ages don't have anybody that's like good, like it almost seems like people just don't play or care.
And I think that's what happened because you guys had the big 3, and then there wasn't then there was Brad, Mayorelli, Rogie. That's a year below you. That was like their big 3.
Yeah, but they were questionable of whether or not like Brad was even going to play.
Right.
They had the twins.
Right.
Whoever
But they didn't play.
They didn't play. They played tennis or something, I think it was. But they played baseball growing up. So
Right.
like,
The Kelly
Brad
brothers.
I think Brad played tennis like his freshman year. I
Yeah.
don't think he played baseball.
Yeah, he didn't play right away.
Yeah. So.
And then there was me, Tom, and Kyle below that.
Yep.
But then after that, there was like, I mean, Marco and Godsell, but they wavered a little bit on baseball. I don't think they were super into the team, but like, you know, it wasn't something that they were crazy about.
Yeah, the sport wasn't like,
yeah,
you know, their life. And I mean,
yeah.
Now, granted, maybe for Bako and Azar, like it wasn't their life either at that
Right.
point. Maybe more so Bako than Azar, but
yeah,
you know, when you grow up, you know, like that was my life for.
Yeah. Well, when you're that good.
That was my life for 21 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, by the time I was in high school, I didn't go to summer parties. I wasn't hanging out at people's pools and doing all that stuff.
You were doing baseball stuff.
Yeah, I was traveling around the country playing baseball, playing
Right.
100 games in a summer or whatever the case was.
Yeah.
Now that went down drastically as I got older, and I was like, I don't want to hit anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't for me. So.
Well, I got lucky that I even got to play as a freshman, as a sophomore, because you were the star pitcher, but you're also the center fielder.
Yeah.
When you weren't pitching. Thankfully for me, you pitched a lot.
Yeah.
So I got to play a couple games.
Yeah.
As a freshman and a sophomore, which was nice. But me and you kind of became kind of tight a little bit, as tight as you could be with people in high school. I was very excited to ask you to come on this show.
Yeah.
But I was also very nervous. I was like, dude, I don't know if Vin's going to do it. I don't know if he's going to do it. So when you messaged me back, I was like, heck yeah, dude. We got Vin. And I started thinking about so many things. So I came up with a game for us.
Okay.
A game for you, I should say. And it's sponsored by nobody yet. Just saying. Nobody sponsored the game yet. But I'm going to call it walk, strike out, or hit by pitch. So you gotta pick a teammate, me. I've been teammates with you on 3 things that I'm going to give you here. Baseball, we were teammates in baseball. We played a lot of Call of Duty together.
We did.
We were Call of Duty teammates. And then we played Mario Super Strikers as teammates in Florida against Paul and Matthew.
Wow, dude, I don't even remember that. I like vaguely remember it, but like I like barely remember what that game is. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, we were in Florida. So those are the 3 different versions of me as a teammate. You have to either walk me, strike me out, or hit by pitch, drill me. So you got to pick one of each of those 3.
Which one's good? Like,
I don't know.
Is it better to strike you out or hit you by a pitch? Is that
see,
better?
here's the thing. I'm going to let you decide that, and then you give your explanation. I think that's part of fun of the game here.
All right. So Call of Duty. Let's go walk, because I feel like we played that like the most of those.
Yeah.
You know, I guess baseball would have been the most, but you know.
Well, we only played 2 years together pretty much. So
we played a lot of hours of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So it actually might be close if you did the math. So yeah, I'm gonna go walk there because I feel like that's the best option of the 3. The hit by pitch is gonna have to be, what's the game called, Mario?
Mario Super Strikers?
Yeah, that's got to be that. I feel like that's the worst option.
Yeah.
Because depending on where that's at, that could be, you know, devastating.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I barely remember it.
Right. Well, see, Matthew and I talked about it, and he remembers it like it was yesterday because him and Paul were teammates, because we were roommates in Florida.
Yeah.
So it was me, you, Matthew, and Paul, and those 2 were teammates, and me and you were teammates, and we got smoked. We got smoked. Every game we played got smoked. They got tired of kicking our butt. They decided to leave. Me and you look at each other like, we're going to get better at this, and we're going to kick their ass. So we practiced against everybody else on the team, got better, and then they didn't win ever again.
Yeah.
They didn't win ever again after that.
So then, I mean, baseball's got to be left to the strikeout then.
Yep.
No potential injury there, just the result.
You're striking me out as a teammate in baseball, but you're not drilling me. So
I'm
I
not
guess
drilling
that's
you,
nice.
yeah. Hey, you're not getting ear hold or anything, so.
So I thought you'd put me down, like maybe hit by pitch or strike out in Call of Duty, because you were good.
Yeah.
and I was not good. Wasn't my game. Call of Duty wasn't my game. But
Yeah.
we did play a lot of it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was good compared to like a lot of my friends though too. So
Yeah.
like, it was fun to play with people that you know. Like it makes it more enjoyable. Like,
Right.
Like I mean, maybe back then because those Call of Duties were good, I would log in and play by myself.
Yeah.
But like now, like if I'm gonna play, like there better be at least 2 or 3 of my buddies online. Otherwise, like I'm not playing any of those games by myself.
Yeah. Are you still booting it up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
You got the same gamer tag?
No, because I got a PlayStation now.
Oh, so you switched. You went to the dark side.
Yeah. I think we did it. We did it so we could get the show a few years ago.
Oh. It's on Xbox now.
Yeah, and then they like 2 years after we did it, they were like, "Yeah, everybody can have it." I'm like, cool.
That's what I play all the time now.
You know, because I like the Xbox controller. I still hate a PlayStation controller.
What up, peeps? You're probably wondering why I'm filming from my car. It is hot as balls outside right now. So, I'll just give you a quick little 5-second recap of what me and Vin talked about. Hey, Vin, you ever think about playing slow pitch softball, you think? Nah. All right, well, why don't you throw me a slow pitch softball and we'll get out of here. Okay, that's a ball. All right, I'll spec it.